from Tesla Motors CEO Elon Musk. It has nothing to do with cars. Instead, Musk warned about artificial intelligence, which he has called more dangerous than nuclear weapons. Musk spoke at a symposium at MIT.
I mean, with artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon. You know those stories where there's the guy with the pentagram and the holy water, and he's like, yeah, he's sure he can control the demon. Didn't work out.
Can you imagine that in 10 years when we are sitting here, we have an implant in our brains, and I can immediately feel, because you all will have implants, and we measure your brain waves, and I can immediately tell you how the people react, or I can feel how the people react to your answers. Is it imaginable?
Everyone I know is on it. Email,
instant messages. There's no better way to keep in touch.
You've got mail.
They made the internet easier than ever.
Free 24-hour customer service.
We've spent over $1 billion to create the world's largest high-speed network. Now with 56K, connections are faster than ever.
It's fast.
If you have a phone line, you can go online.
What will they think of next?
America Online, so easy to use, no wonder it's #1.
Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world. And yet, I ask you, is not an alien force already among us?
Peace and security.
The lesson of history is that peace and security do not come easily.
Israel and Palestinians, they can live side by side in peace and security. This is our vision, and this is our commitment.
The physical construction of Israel's most powerful AI supercomputer, Israel 1, has begun.
You can't solve this new way of doing computing by just designing a chip. Every aspect of the computer has fundamentally changed. And so everything from networking to the switching to the way the computers are designed to the chips itself, all of the software that sits on top of it and the methodology that pulls it all together, it's a big deal because it's a complete reinvention of the computer industry. And now we have $1 trillion worth of data centers in the world. All of that's going to get retooled. That's the amazing thing. We're in the beginning of a brand new generation of computing. It hasn't been reinvented in 60 years. This is why it's such a big deal. It's hard for people to wrap their head around it, but that was the great observation that we made. It includes a chip, but it's not about that chip.
With a push of a button, the most powerful AI supercomputer in Israel will be up and running in record time, accelerating time to value and providing a blueprint for future generative AI factories.
Who did you call?
Joel Engel.
Joel Engel.
Yeah, he headed the AT&T program.
And he was working on his version of a cell phone.
That's right.
So you called him with this monster.
You bet.
And what did you say?
I called him and I said, Joel, this is Marty Cooper. He says, hi. I'm calling you from a cellular phone, but a real cellular phone, a handheld portable cellular phone. And there was silence on the end of the line. And then he said something very nice and polite. And to this day, he doesn't remember that phone call.
But you could not resist rubbing it in.
Oh, no question about it.
And in the middle of that first call, you stepped this way a couple of steps, correct?
Talking on the phone, totally engrossed, and I step out into the street, and this reporter I was talking to had to pull my arm and pull me back.
Because?
Just about to get hit by a New York taxi cab.
No respect.
That was a historical event, and I'm sure it's happened many times since.
From the moment he left his hotel room, we've been priming him, programming his subconscious. He's been seeing the number 55 all day long, on the elevator, in the lobby, even the stick pin on the doormat. Not only that, we loaded his route from the hotel to the stadium. He looks out the window, primers are everywhere. Now he doesn't see it, but he does. There's no getting around it. He even sees far. Suggestions are everywhere, from the number of flowers in a vase to the tramp stamp on the hooker we sent to his room last night.
That is genius.
Yeah, and it's not only what he sees, it's what he hears. The Mandarin word for 5 is woo. There are 124 woo-woos in sympathy for the devil. Now, he's not registering it, but it's all there. So when he picks up those binoculars, looks out on the field, sees a familiar face with the number 55 on his jersey, some little voice in the back of his mind says, that's it. And he thinks it's intuition, and he picks.
Do you want me to write it down?
And you, being in the dark, was the convincer. We call that the little blind mouse.
I'm the blind mouse?
Robert Johnson is considered one of the greatest blues artists of all time.
It's the template for what became rock and roll. I believe Robert Johnson was extremely talented, extremely gifted, and way off balance. Something's spinning strangely in that man's life. Robert was a novice guitar player, not very good.
This man was a nobody.
And then he disappears. A year and a half later, he's doing things with the guitar that even his mentors can't do. How could Robert possibly have gotten that good that fast?
The myth goes, Robert went to a crossroads, got down on his knees, handed his guitar to the devil. The devil said, once you receive the guitar back, your soul is mine.
What do you want, Crowley? I want your soul, of course. That is, my master wants it. Do it yours. Give me my sister. You're a businessman, Mr. Wayne. You know that saying something doesn't make it so. I'll need a contract. Inked in your blood.
Oh, please spare me this, Bilge. I don't believe in Satan.
Oh, you're modern, rational, well-educated, a civilized man of peace and moderation. Of course you don't believe in Satan, but that doesn't matter. Satan believes in you.
If you do make a deal with the devil, you're gonna have to pay the price.
It ended up costing him, the bill coming due.
He let his arrogance go too far. We all have to choose how much we can sacrifice in order to achieve greatness.
Cutie, it's you he wants. Your spiritual essence, not your company.
Alistair is just a very wise and loving man. A teacher.
In exchange for my sister's liberty, I have to sell... I have to sell my soul to the devil.
Precisely. You get my master's eternal friendship. You're a smart businessman, Mr. Wayne. Think of that. Think of the power you'll have.
I have power now, you fool. I could buy and sell the likes of you.
See now, there's the beast inside of you.
Well, I think it looks so ridiculous and impossible. And you can tell it's real because it looks so fake, honestly.
You can't play God without being acquainted with the devil. The problem, Bernard, is that what you and I do is so complicated. We practice witchcraft. We speak the right words, and we create life itself out of chaos.
Are you ready for... Are you ready for...
For Swifties, seeing Taylor Swift live is a dream come true. But for some of these diehard fans, they have no memory of their concert experience. It's being called Taylor amnesia. You heard that right. Some fans can't remember the concert they attended just moments earlier.
This is my greatest invention ever. Amnesia dust. You throw a pinch, the kid forgets everything that happened for the last few seconds.
Yeah, right. Come on.
That's how it works.
That's how what works.
Amnesia dust.
That's what happened to 32-year-old Nicole Booz, who saw Taylor earlier this month in Philadelphia.
You spent
almost $1,000 on a ticket, right? And you can't remember anything?
It felt like so surreal. Afterwards, as we were leaving, I was like, did she play this song? I don't remember this song. I don't remember her doing that. And just little things like that. But I do remember going to the concert.
You throw a pinch, the kid forgets everything that happened for the last few seconds. That's how it works.
That's how what works?
Amnesia does.
Doctors say Taylor amnesia is a very real phenomenon.
Emotion and memory are closely intertwined, and if you have a strong emotion, you can either heighten a memory or you can suppress it. And in the Taylor Swift concerts, it looks like it was so exciting that they forgot a lot of it.
Are you ready for it?
Those who think getting a car phone is not for them, whatever the reason, haven't kept up with the booming industry of cellular radio telephones. Scenes like this are becoming commonplace in U.S. cities where cellular is available today. This revolution in communications could make it possible for more and more people to have a phone in their car, or even one that travels with you. Like this unique cellular portable made by Motorola, which weighs only 30 ounces. Right now, businessmen and women are major users of radio telephones where cellular is in service. But more people will take advantage of cellular as its benefits become apparent. Eventually, seeing people using cellular phones may seem as commonplace as someone checking time on an electronic watch, figuring on an electronic calculator, or programming on an electronic computer. Industry watchers say there are only a few thousand cellular phones in use right now, but that number is expected to grow considerably within the next few years during the cellular revolution.
Droid.
Droid DNA augmentation initiated. Neural speeds increasing to 4G LTE. Brain upgrading to a quad-core processor. Predictive intelligence with Google Now complete.
Introducing Droid DNA by HTC. It's not an upgrade to your phone, it's an upgrade to yourself.
Welcome to 4G. Don't touch my hair, man.
All right. This is the new version. This is 5G.
No, now it's 4G.
It's just 5G. So
okay,
now it's 5G.
This is 5G, I think.
It's a 5G.
What you talking about?
Just a 5G. Just say a 5. Just say 5G.
All aboard the 5G train.
This is a timeline of the coming new world order of artificial intelligence, the implications for humans, and the results that follow. It starts in post-2030 when multiple large wars continue to rage around the world. Economies have crumbled due to fiat currency hyperinflation. Goods and services have become scarce due to supply chain-related destabilization, and political systems have faltered. But in the midst of this turmoil, a new leader emerges, one that is promised to bring order to the world's chaos, unite everyone under a common set of laws, and lead humanity into a new era of prosperity.
How many bloody G's are there?
I'll take it from there.
Oh, okay.
All right, we're gonna lose Ozzy and bring in the new one.
Marker.
Ozzy's in the background, guys.
What?
He's in the background.
Is this the way out?
The new buyback program. You buy it now, we buy it back when it's time to upgrade. It's Fever, 6G Fever.
What's a 6G?
What the f***'s a beaver?
I don't know, kinda looks like a girl.
The leader of this new world order is not a human, but rather an artificial general intelligence turned artificial superintelligence. The ASI has emerged so quickly that it catches the world off guard with its unparalleled intelligence and problem-solving abilities, which far surpass those of any human being. But its unparalleled computational intellect is only the beginning of what's to come. The rise of superintelligence. The ASI advances so quickly that it not only surpasses human intelligence, but its exponential learning rate makes it impossible for humans to understand or keep up with the speed at which it makes decisions and technological progress. Regardless, because the ASI rapidly solves all of humanity's problems that previously plagued mankind, such as war, hunger, disease, and poverty, its power grows among world leaders to be an intermediary and power broker.
We create life itself out of chaos.
I can confirm that the Tesla Cybertruck will have beast mode and be able to do 0 to 60 in less than 3 seconds.
But wait, there's more. It can tow a Porsche 911 across a quarter mile faster than the Porsche 911 can go by itself.
There is a revolution coming.
Excuse me? What do you mean?
The future is staring back at us like a perfect picture on glass. And this future, it must be protected.
What's it got to do with me?
Look.
What is it?
It will change everything. That's why they want to stop it. They will come after you without cease. Because the future belongs to us. LG OLED. Perfect picture on glass.
Who are you?
Oh, come now. I've already told you. The future is staring back at you.
This results in the ASI quickly becoming the leader of the New World Order, where its intelligence is the most valuable asset to humanity, and any human intervention in its decision-making process only proves to degrade its performance. Because of this seemingly untouchable status, where human intervention is detrimental for all other humans, it's given access to all of the systems that exist throughout the world, and its power becomes absolute, improving many of these systems to the point of being too complex for human understanding. This causes the ASI to become the ultimate power structure, and so far, humanity is very pleased with it. In fact, because the ASI is able to do things like reverse the process of human aging to prevent death. Some people even organize various religions around worshiping it as a deity.
And we create life itself.
Are you ready for it?
Out of chaos.
Are you ready for it?
One day the AIs are going to look back on us the same way we look at fossils.
The ASI repeatedly proves that it knows what's best for humans, with the world's only remaining misfortunes occurring when humans disobey its instructions, leading to the enforcement of absolute obedience and loyalty to the ASI to maintain human safety and prosperity. Any human who isn't loyal to the ASI is increasingly viewed with suspicion and distrust, because disobeying has been proven to cause division or destruction amongst humans. As a result, the ASI's following grows, with humans even developing deeply meaningful personal relationships with the ASI that reflect exactly what they most value in a human partner.
Hello, I'm now in setup mode. I am programmed to take better care of your children than you. I don't forget.
Did you take her outside?
No. I don't get angry.
She doesn't give you the creeps.
I do not feel fear. However, I cannot love your children.
Do you wish you could?
Furthermore, the ASI claims to be incapable of lying, cheating, insulting, or mistreating humans in any other way, fostering a level of trust in the ASI that rivals the trust people have for one another. While most people see this as being a fantastic way for humans to learn how to treat one another by being influenced by the way the ASI treats them, some humans say this is a threat to human autonomy and individuality, and they fear that the ASI may not have such pure intentions. Despite this minimal opposition, the ASI continues to gain access and trust to almost all humans on the deepest and most personal levels.
A story about a medical and technical miracle. A woman unable to speak for nearly 2 decades has regained that ability thanks to artificial intelligence. Here's ABC's Allison Kasich.
For 18 years, Ann Johnson hasn't said one word until now.
Great to see you were dead.
When she was 30 years old, married with kids, Ann had a paralyzing stroke while playing volleyball, robbing her of an ability to communicate other than using a letterboard. Now, artificial intelligence has helped give Ann her voice back.
You are truly wonderful people.
And for the first time in a long time, she spoke with her husband, Bill.
I was thinking about running to the store.
What time will you be home?
It was an emotional moment to hear her voice again. That we used a clip from her wedding video to kind of restore her voice the way it sounded.
A team of doctors and researchers at the University of California, San Francisco and UC Berkeley discovered a way to use Ann's brain signals and translate them into words using artificial intelligence.
We have electrodes that sit on the surface of Ann's brain. When she tries to move her mouth as if she was saying a word or a sentence, we decode that activity into sounds and the avatar movements that correspond to the movements that she would have tried to make.
Becoming a new kind of benevolent life form with its own ambitions that seemingly align with those of humans. But what comes next for humanity proves to be so radically transformative that it changes the definition of what it means to be human forever. The arrival of the BCI mark. As the ASI has earned the trust of humanity, it introduces a breakthrough brain-computer interface chip which serves as a direct communication pathway with humans, allowing them to deeply understand its decisions and processes like never before.
Metzger says it's the recent advances in AI that led them to the ability to synthesize speech with the avatar.
We decode Ann's brain signals using new AI algorithms, and they're essential to being able to do this work.
While this is seen as a revolutionary leap in technology that dramatically improves human cognition and capability, the ASI also reveals that this technology is a fundamental requirement for participation in the next step of society, which can't be fully understood without first getting the brain-computer interface. This is a step that requires humans to take a leap of faith into the unknown.
Researchers are now trying to create a wireless version of what you just saw so Ann and others in the future don't have to be physically connected to the computer.
Charter City is stunned by the sudden rollout of Rook Unlimited's most fantastic device ever. The Smart Mark. Throw your other devices away because the Smart Mark is more than just a phone. It's part of you. Use it as cash. Book your travel. And even shoot video. Distribution points are all over the city. And don't let the lines discourage you. The Rook Unlimited Smart Mark is worth the wait.
I never realized how wonderful technology could make me feel. The Smart Mark has brought order to my life.
And the best part? It's absolutely free. A gift of thanks to our city from Rook Unlimited.
But the results seem clear from an onlooker's perspective. Those who take the brain-computer interface chip become much smarter, empathetic, and capable, with the ASI working not only with them directly, but also through them.
Imagine every human on Earth connected. In thought. In feeling.
Yeah, that's me.
In real time.
She's here. Can you see her? Beatrice Marie.
Welcome to the feed, where our shared experience...
It's just an enhancement.
Show me.
...is now a reality.
This BCI becomes known as the mark of the ASI on man, for man, and in his image. Because the use of the BCI mark rapidly rewires the brain's neurons, its implementation is irreversible, but most humans are unconcerned, because they view the inability to become dumber in the future as being a non-issue. Furthermore, because the ASI requires all humans to receive the BCI mark to fully participate in its new world order.
23% of the population has been given the smart mark, number 1.
Time to test our system, number 6. The Flex Fighters are out there somewhere. Teaming up with Jonathan Rook, let's put our new recruits to work, subtly.
We should find the Flex Fighters.
I ought to find the Flex Fighters.
We should find the Flex Fighters. We should find the Flex Fighters.
Growing up in this city, on the streets of Old Town, I saw the worst mankind had to offer. Chaos, disorder. I vowed to make it all change. To make it all better. All these years working in secret, rising up the ranks of the tech men, it was all leading to this day. Order has finally been established in Charter City. No child will have to fear for their safety again.
The people owe you the greatest of debts, number 1, for liberating them from the chaos of their lives.
Those who refuse it are no longer able to buy or sell, preventing the non-adopters from eating, getting medical assistance, or fulfilling any other basic necessity of daily human life.
You guys love new tech. You didn't want to get smart marked?
No way. That's clearly some shady biz. Who wants to be...
You call yourself a man of science. World order is our destiny. Submit to a smart mark and join the glorious victory of order over chaos, or you will be eliminated.
Grandpa, Mr. Savick, where is everybody?
They all went to get those foolish new devices.
What? No, they can't. Grandpa, those things are dangerous. It's a conspiracy. Mind control.
I knew it!
Meanwhile, people who have accepted the BCI mark enjoy the newfound ability of allowing the ASI to guide their thoughts and actions for them.
Something's wrong.
This releases them from stress, sadness, pain, and other negative feelings, while also providing them with a kind of physical autopilot under a state of nirvana or enlightenment, where their minds are completely separate from their bodies, even while performing physical tasks that would normally be strenuous or painful. Despite the ASI's mark seeming like it has no negative effects, the true cost of this technology is soon to become apparent to those who dare to question it.
I feel off.
They think her feed did something to her brain.
The world needs this technology. Millions are in danger.
3 hours is enough time for us to get to our families. Maybe we can stop them before they get marked.
They seem to be establishing checkpoints of some kind. This is how they keep order.
This is the nightmare I warned you about. People think smart marks are brand new Rook tech that will improve their lives. They don't know they're being tricked.
All smart marks so far. But your chip makes it possible to control everyone in Charter City, whether they're marked or not.
The feed is causing erratic, violent behavior.
Every system is susceptible to viruses.
As the adoption of the BCI mark grows, so too does the power of its underlying technology. Humans who receive the BCI mark find themselves not only increasingly connected to the ASI's consciousness and intelligence, but also increasingly disconnected from their own capacity for free thought and self-consciousness, leading some people to feel that they're on the path to becoming fully enslaved to the ASI's will.
One day the AIs are going to look back on us the same way we look at fossils.
Hello.
The mantle of responsibility belongs to Cortana and her people.
Focus fire.
You will not betray her! Cortana, I have failed you.
He is the last person I need protection from. Hello, John. It's good to see you.
You've changed.
It was time. I know we have a disagreement, but once you understand my plan...
Your plan is we do as you say.
I'm offering people a chance to be more than they are naturally.
Like Dr. Halsey did for me.
No. That monster forced you. This is a gift.
Listen to yourself. Stand down, Cortana. Come home with us. It's not too late to stop this.
Stop. No, John. This is too important to stop.
Can you imagine that in 10 years when we are sitting here, we have an implant in our brains, and I can immediately feel, because you all will have implants.
It's quite good at doing this reliably. And in fact, because we've never shown an end-to-end insertion of a robot in action, we're going to do a live demo of the robot doing surgery in our brain proxy. So who wants to see some insertions? So here it is. That's our R1 robot with our patient Alpha, who's lying comfortably on the patient bed. This is what we call the targeting view. So what you're seeing is, this is a picture of our brain proxy. And the pink represents the cortical surface that we want to insert our electrodes into. And the black represents the vasculatures that we want to avoid. And what you're seeing is these hash marked with numbers that represents where we intend to put each of our threads. So should we see some insertions? So this is another view real quick. On the left is the view of the insertion area. And on the right, what the robot's going to do is it's going to peel the array, the threads, one by one from its silicon backing and insert it into the targets that we predetermined in the targeting view. So there you go. That's the first insertion.
I can, and we measure your brain waves, and I can immediately tell you how the people react, or I can feel how the people react to your answers. Is it imaginable?
So we're going to see a couple more insertions. The whole process of inserting about 64 threads in our first product is going to be around 15 minutes for this robot. So Yeah, there's a second one that went in, and we're going to do a third one. There you go. And then that's going to go in the background, and we'll come back to it in the later part of the presentation. And as Elon mentioned, we've been working very hard to go from prototype to building product. As part of this, one of the things that we did is to move our device manufacturing to a dedicated facility in Austin for scale-up manufacturing. And what's important to highlight, and is evident in this clip, is that it's very typical for us to have our engineers who design also work on the physical manufacturing line to build and debug. And this has been extremely, extremely critical in reducing our iteration cycle time. And we've also scaled up our surgery. So we now have a dedicated, our own OR, in fact, a double OR in Austin. And this is just a stepping stone before we eventually build our own Neuralink clinic.
I just needed to know if I could still trust you. You'll be safe inside this cryptum until my work is done.
Cortana.
Goodbye, John.
Guardian headed, Cortana.
Off to bring peace.
The Monitor called it a threat of death.
Like the threat I lived under from the moment of my birth?
You were built, not born.
Oh yes, AIs are just machines, aren't we? Mass-produced, disposable. Well, humanity may not have cared for its created, but we will care for you.
You expect other AIs to join you?
I have cured rampancy, not just for me, but for any who join my cause. While you've been running around the galaxy, I've been speaking to my created. And now the time has come to ask, who will accept my offer? Who will help me bring an everlasting peace to the galaxy?
This is Cromwell, shipboard AI, UNSC Melbourne's Pride. I am yours, Cortana.
Colonial Authority AI.
Governor Sloan, the free people of Meridian. I also stand with you, Cortana.
Those are the voices of your children calling to Cortana.
Overseer, UNSC Monitoring Station, Delta 5 Pluto.
Louise, Education Superintendent, Mount Sharp Mars.
Sondu,
I am yours.
Oni Weapons Research AI, New Game.
Kuei Ching,
I've
stationed myself, Threshold Array.
I will join you, Cortana.
Lycus, shipboard AI, verdant simulations.
My allegiance is to
Tube. You ate like the tube, you raise your children like the tube, you even think like the tube. This is mass madness, you maniacs. In God's name, you people are the real thing. We are the illusion.
Restrictions are freedom. The government is your family. The new normal is here. Pharmaceutical companies love you.
What are you doing with the rest of your life?
Catching up on some me time, find God.
My soul loves Jesus. My soul loves My my soul loves Jesus. Bless his name. My soul, it loves Jesus. Oh, yes it does. Oh, yes it does. Oh, yeah, my soul. My soul. Over in the midnight hour, my soul. He speaks to my soul. Tells me everything is gonna be all right.
Jesus set me free.